User management is an essential part of an application, whether it is an e-commerce application or social media application, or you are building your own product. It's important to have a proper authentication protocol and access control in place. Like data security and authentication, authorization, all these aspects are very critical in day by day. And if you are starting a product, let's say I want to build my SaaS application tomorrow, then authentication certainly needs to be on top of your priority list. There are multiple service providers who can handle the security measures, right? We have Auth0, Firebase, and why we need to have authentication strict, right? Why we need to have authentication right? Because once you build the authentication foolproof, then your application will scale and you will be able to build your product with more comfort. If you are choosing the right vendor or right provider for authentication and authorization. So let's talk about how Auth0 fits with all these things and how Auth0 can help in adding authentication with a minimal step to your application, which you are building either a CSR application, SSR application, and we will see how you can enable authentication and authorization with the Auth0. So first of all, anybody can ask why Auth0? And what are the benefits and advantages which it is providing on top of any other vendors? So what I'm talking about, authentication and authorization. You will also debate me with, okay, why can't I build my own authentication service? You might be thinking that authentication service is just building a username password based authentication logic where you can enter the application, you get the token, and then you manage that with a session or cookie based, right? No, it's way bigger than that. Authentication and authorization is not just allowing user to sign up, then you should be able to log in with the username and password. So let's talk about Auth0. What Auth0 is? Auth0 is identity management platform that provide a comprehensive set of tools and services for managing authentication and authorization. That means you are not doing authentication and authorization, you delegated that whole thing to Auth0. And here is my comment. If you are building a SaaS product, you have some initial investment, then I would ask you to go with Auth0. I mean free tier just for the demos and setup. Then once you get some investment, obviously you can go with the enterprise. I mean, you can become a paid customer of Auth0 and can take the advantage of all these things. Okay, Auth0 supports integration for social login with the different social providers, password-based authentication, password-less authentication, or you can also integrate with the SAML and OpenID Connect. Right, so all these integrations are provided by Auth0. What is Auth0 flow looks like? If you have done login with the Firebase or login with the Google, login with the Facebook, Twitter, then you can understand it and correlate it. So what Auth0 flow looks like? This is the Auth 2.0 protocol which Auth0 follows. What it gives you? I mean, once you integrate a Auth0 client ID and secret ID on your client application like React app, Angular app, Ember app, or Next.js or SvelteKit app, what you will do is when you click on login, you present with the login screen. That login screen is coming from Auth0, not you. You are not building anything. You are getting the Auth0 login screen. You enter the username, password. If your credentials are already stored in Auth0, then Auth0 present you the consent screen, and Auth0, this is the authorization server which Auth0 contains. Okay, validate your credentials, and it will give you the access token and ID token. Then you will start passing the access token to the resource server, which is your API server or any server which has the protected information, and then you will start passing that access token, and the resource server will grant you the data. This is how simple Auth flow looks like. So if you want to read about the flow, user authorization, user logs into the client application and it will present a login screen. So what you are configuring at the client application React app, you are just configuring the client ID, and when you click on to login, it redirect you to the Auth0 login screen. It redirect you to the Auth0 login screen. Then you enter the credentials. Then if user grant a permission to the authorization server redirect you to your client app, passing the authorization code, which is access token and ID token. Token exchange happens, and now you send the token to your API server. An API server will validate it against Auth0 that your token is valid, and now I'm allowing you to access my APIs. So this is typically what you will do. You can integrate Auth0 with the Next.js, SvelteKit, React app, CSR, SSR. You go to the Auth0 console. You create a client ID and a secret ID that you are going to configure with your web application, either a single page application, CSR, SSR. And on Auth0 console, you configure the callback, logout URL so that Auth0 will allow only to return the callback only on that dedicated URL which you are configuring, right? Not any random URL, just for security. And this is a typical architecture, a simple layout looks like. So what we are doing here, user initiates login to the application. It sends authentication request. This is the resource server, authorization server. Exchange the token. It returns the authorization code, which is access token and ID token. Client application will use that access token to access the resource server. And to validate the token, you again need to talk to Auth0 by some middleware. Like this is if your API server. You will talk to Auth0. Okay, I got the token. Is this token generated by you? Is this token valid? Then only I will allow this API request to return the data. And if you want to understand the whole simple flow, right? User, go to your application URL domain. It will redirect you to the Auth0, right? The step is directly to the Auth0. And you will enter your credential. It will store cookies and sends the token and redirect. Now it has redirected you to the callback URL of this domain application. Now you'll use the token authenticate, and you will be using Auth0 SDK to get the token. Okay, you will store the token in the cookies, and then now you will be sending that token to access the API server, right? So you can store the cookies, and now when you go to the API request, then what you will do is those set of cookies will be sent to the domain, and here we will be validating the token again. User token we will authenticate, and then we will allow you to access the APIs through the API server. And Auth0 supports different type of authentication mechanism. Once you integrate with Auth0, you can also allow users to log in with their own SSO based login. That means the single sign-in. You can also log in with the social providers, log in with the Gmail, Google, GitHub. You can also use a passwordless login, or by default you can log in just an email and a password based. Okay, you will enter credentials. Auth0 will validate the credentials, will allow you to, and it will just release the access token and ID token. Similarly, start the connection, enterprise connection. You can choose a social provider, right? And social SSO based connections, you just choose SSO provider like either Microsoft account, Google Workspace. All these are SSO based. So, and this is passwordless, where you will enter the email and you will get a token on the phone which you need to enter. So these all different modes of authentication is already provided. So think about this. You are building authentication service. Can you inbuilt all these features there? I think probably may not be yes, right? So it's better to use authentication services, and authorization. So it's always better to use Auth0. So this is just an introductory video, and after this I'm going to create lots of videos on Auth0, because authentication and authorizations are really critical for microservice development. And we will be talking about this in the context of Next.js for SSR application and Nest.js for APIs. So it's going to be very fun ride. We are going to cover lots of things like database connections, enterprise connections, SSO integrations, how you can log in with the Azure AD account or Google Workspace, or how you can configure a SAML, how you can set up organizations if you are building a product for a multi-tenant application. All those really very important features we are going to explore on Auth0. Auth0 is now managed by Okta. So if you talk about the authentication provider on this planet, so Auth0 is one of the popular. So I thought of creating a couple of videos on this, and these videos will get added in the same playlist where we are talking about authentication and authorization for microservices. So let's talk about this in the next video.